Okay, we're going to watch Grace's butterfly here from the side, and we're going to go ahead and watch it once in about quarter speed just to kind of see how it's looking. As we get into her fly, we can see that her head's looking down. Her arms are really coming across the water. Nice. We like to see your elbows up a little bit higher so you can get those hands entering a little bit more shoulder width apart. We'll kind of go over that after we get through the whole thing. Just want to kind of see what it looks like here. Good kick. Good strong kick all the way through. Talk a lot about making sure we don't breathe the last stroke into your turns and then the first stroke off your turns. So we do want to make sure we watch that because we did breathe that last stroke there. Let's see if we breathe the first stroke here. Nice dolphin kicks underwater. And we are going to breathe. No, we didn't breathe that first stroke. Okay, so you kind of tricked it a little bit because you lifted that head up ready to breathe, but you didn't actually do it. So let's rewind a little bit here. And let's kind of go by a couple different things. All right, so as we get ready to get that first breath, right, we can start to see those goggles are coming out. Your hands are already down almost to your hips. And so that's where we talk a lot about your breathing late. It's where your head starts to come out of the water on that breath. If you think about if you think about a pull-up, I like to liken it to a pull-up. When you do a pull-up, the very first thing you do when you start to do a pull-up is lift your head, right? Because that head is the first thing that starts to go up. It's the same idea with your butterfly. If you start that stroke, the very first thing that should start to come up would be that head, because that's where you're going to get that power. Once you're down to the back of your stroke and your hands are almost out, it's almost impossible to get a good breath at that point because you're not going to be able to get your head down as well as you want to. Okay, you can start to see that you start to get your head down, but look at where your hands are wide when they first start to enter the water. Your head's still a little bit high. So if you breathe it earlier, your head's going to be able to come down quicker. And by getting your head down, you're going to be able to actually reach your arms all the way up the shoulder width apart. You kind of see here that it's a little bit wider as you go through, the further you go. And ideally, you want your hands entering shoulder width apart, which is going to be more here and here, right? And so it's pretty much the same distance all the way through, and you're able to get a much longer, stronger pull. Okay, whereas here you have to fight your hands in moving forward, and you can see all of this splash up here that's created. Okay, and a lot of that's because your hands are entering not quite as close together as you need to. Okay, kick looks great all the way through. You know, really, your breathing isn't as late as I've seen it before, and you're doing a better job, so that's good, but it still can be better. Now, as we go into our turn, again, eyes are up on the last stroke, so we got to make sure we keep our eyes down low into those turns. We don't want to be coming up quite so high. As you start to do your turn, you can see that really the upper part of your back is too high out of that water. You really want your shoulders right here at water depth. Okay, where you've got all of this above the water. So you're kind of doing more of a pull-up than an actual turn. We want to make sure we're transitioning quickly from one turn to the next. And you can see that your eyes are looking this direction here instead of at your hands that are on the wall. You want to make sure your head is looking at that hand. So you're swinging your hips sideways instead of straight underneath your body. So we've got to work on that. Snap those hands in the water. That's good. Good kick out. So that looks like a nice streamline. You got your hands stacked on top of each other. Here, you're already about a body length past the flags just on your kick out. So great job on the kick out. Great job on your streamline there. That looks awesome. All right, so we talked earlier how you kind of tricked me. You can see right here, you're looking forward, right? Keep your eyes down. There's nothing to look forward at. Eyes down, eyes down, eyes down. So as you're starting your first stroke, your head's down. Okay? Once you start swimming, good. Nice job.